pink collar, ginger cat?
Oh.
Would you?
It's red. It's not pink.
Would you? Pink.
It's red.
Oh, please, it's pink.
It's red. Shut your face.
He's always got this face that makes you feel like he's telling the truth. Like, just the most simplest things where you'd be like...
He's got a simple face, I agree.
And he was like this, OK? And then when I took it out, it brushed past him, and he'd just react like this.
Are we in Australia, Sam?
Oh, you're not having one of your breakdowns again, are you?
I was once a body double for a headlice advert.
David's team. What do you mean a body double?
I had headlice at the time.
OK.
They show the boy, and then they show the back of the head with the lice. I was not the boy, but that back of the head, and those are my lice.
So when they were casting the advert, they thought, well, we can't cast someone who's necessarily infested themselves.
The lady who invented the comb, it was her son.
Which comb are we talking about?
The Knitbusters comb.
Knitbusters?
Yeah.
Sorry, the person that invented the comb for head lice...
Yeah.
Her son was in the advert?
It's called nepotism, David.
Odd name for your son.
Yeah. Where are we in Australia, Sam?
Oh, you're not having one of your breakdowns again, are you?
This is in Queensland, dude.
How did they know you had headlights? Because you don't advertise that, do you?
Best friends with this guy, yeah. Him and I were as thick as thieves.
Right, so, was it like one of them shopping channels?
Weirdly, I think it was on the news. It was at the end of the news, they'd be like, and now we've got this comb.
So it's on the news?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was an advert.
Here are the headlights.
Yeah. I think it was a thinly veiled advert, and, you know, so sue me.
You think it was advertorial? That's what you're saying. When was this?
I was pretty young at the time. 10 or 11.
When was that?
When I was in primary school.
Yeah,
We realise that. We're trying to ascertain the year.
A year of it.
Maybe year 6, I guess. No way, I was much younger.
You haven't said what you had to do in this advert or this appearance.
So I just was the back... You know, like, any time you see someoone's hands in a movie, that's not really their hands.
That's not true.
That is true.
What you mean is sometimes when you see someone's hands.
I think every time.
Not every time. Sometimes when they scratch their face, that's their hand. If you see Tom Cruise scratching his face, there's not someone going...
Cruise has got a scratcher. Cruise has got a scratcher.
So, in the 1990s, there was a breakthrough in the treatment of nits in Australia. A new comb was marketed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was so great about it? What was new about it? That the previous
I think
nit
the
combs...
spacing between the teeth on this comb was just really gobsmacking.
Up until then, they were like that far apart. They just...
Unless it's a very big nit. Yeah.
It's the obvious design feature to tinker with on a comb, isn't it?
How did you feel when they offered you this? Because in the one level, oh, I'm going to be on the telly, but showing my nits.
I mean, I know this guy who's dancing in a window to get his foot in the door.
All right, well, what do you think?
You know, mainly because you mixed up advert and news. Otherwise, I'm totally buying it.
Me, I think definitely lie.
I think lie. I think we do think it's a lie. I mean, you have a disconcerting presence.
No.
So in
You
a
say
way...
the warmest things to the guests, David.
But there's also something ghostly about you. I wouldn't be surprised if at the next recording they said, wasn't it weird that on Lee's team we only had one guest? I said, no, there was another guest, Sam. He was from Australia. And Rob says, there is no such place. But I think we think it's a lie.
They're saying it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Sam, truth or lie?
That's true.
No!
I once failed an acting exam after my plan to impress the teacher backfired.
Right, Lee's team.
Okay.
Right, what age was this?
18.
So you're doing your A-level for drama.
Theatre studies.
Theatre studies. And what was your plan?
The plan was I needed to cry during a monologue, and I was doing a Dublin accent.
Oh, give us a little blast. Oh, no, because your parents are Irish.
They're not from Dublin.
I've met her family. I met her sister. I introduced her to my wife, Tara, and I said, this is Tara.
Who's very beautiful. Ridiculously beautiful.
Yes, it doesn't seem right, does it?
I'll tell you how unright it seems. She went, oh, did you meet after he was, like, sort of a well-known comedian? And she went, no, before, which is true. We met before I ever did comedy. And she went, oh, did he save your life or something? That was unbelievable. I didn't know in 5 minutes. OK, so this was a sad monologue.
Sad monologue, and a woman, she's leaving a pram at the airport, and I needed to cry, and I needed the grade for my uni application. I needed to pass theatre studies. My plan was to use an onion to make myself cry so that I really, you know, like Oscar bait, get the exam.
Well,
really...
you weren't intended to do the monologue and then start cutting.
No, I had onion in my pocket with, like, an entry area so I could stick my hands in. So I touched my eyes...
Without him seeing that you'd put your hand... Just sort of...
I was doing my acting. I was like, all of a sudden, life's a mad circus, and I was just touching my eyes.
That was good accent.
That was the accent, was it?
That was the accent,
Very good.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
And so I do that, and then I touch my eyes, and then I thought, oh, actually, it's quite a bit longer to go on this bit. And obviously... So I'm not meant to be at the tears bit yet, and then obviously my eye starts going, and I'm just... like, trying to keep it together, because I'm not meant to be crying yet. And then I have to get the pram to bring it off the stage. But I can't see. And I finished the monologue like that. And I have to just walk off.
Did he find out, the teacher?
Oh, yeah, she came up to me straight up and she went, onion?
What are you thinking then, Maya?
I don't know, I think dedication to the cause, but onions are that shape, aren't they? So you'd see a little bulge in whatever jacket and stuff that you had on.
I don't think she would do it. I think it's... someone might have done it, but I don't think
You don't think it's true? OK, well, I'm going to say, then, it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. Right, Roisin, truth or lie?
It is... true.
Aside from Mr McKey, who taught PE, 3 other teachers at my school taught subjects that rhymed with their surnames.
David's team. OK, so Mr McKey taught PE.
Yes.
Who else?
Mr...
I'm genuinely having a coughing fit.
Mr Katz.
Wait, are you ready? Okay, I'm better now, thank you. Carry on, Tim.
Mr Katz.
Oh, good God. Good God. If you say Mr Meography, forget it.
Mr Katz.
Mr Missile and Technology.
Mr Katz. K-A-T-H. Mr Katz.
Yeah.
And Mr Hench. French.
Mr Hench, Mr Katz, and who else?
It was a little bit tenuous, the third one, but it was a bit of a joke amongst us. So it was Mr Hort taught sport.
You got PE in sports?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, PE was something that happened in lesson time, and then sports was something that we did, obviously.
But what did Mr Hort teach?
It might have been what was called loosely then science, so it would have been... You know,
surely that was Mr Bryant's.
No.
I don't know, he's always got this face that makes you feel like he's telling the truth. Like, just the most simplest things where you'd be like...
He's got a simple face, I agree.
Give me 4 teachers whose names at your school rhymed with subject. No. Go.
Mr Starmer. He did
drama.
Mrs Panish.
Oh, yeah. Mr Bleak taught Greek.
Yeah.
Mr Gratin taught Latin.
Yes.
This is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just do this.
Come on, it's time to decide.
Lie.
All right, Tim, they think it's a lie. Was it, or was that the truth?
It was actually a lie.
I once dumped my hypnotist boyfriend when I brought him a surprise breakfast in bed, only for him to reveal he'd hypnotised me to do it.
David's team.
OK, I think we're going to go true.
When was this, Joe?
It was last week, Rob.
Really?
Well, it was when I was a student back in the 1850s, using a show at our uni.
Did he have a stage name, Joe?
The great hypnotist, Rob.
It's good. It's good. That was his stage name, the great hypnotist.
No, it wasn't.
No. OK, do you want to make something else up?
Duncan Wilson.
What was the breakfast, Joe?
It was kind of like mushrooms and black pudding, which I wouldn't go near in a million years.
And were you aware that you were doing this, or were you in a zombie-like trance? Were you walking around like this, or were you feeling everything was normal?
I think that's not hypnotism, that's being a mummy in Scooby-Doo.
You would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that pesky kid.
You had no memory of preparing the mushroom and black pudding breakfast?
No, I didn't, David.
Did you have any memory of purchasing the ingredients?
No, and that's because I didn't purchase them.
If someone's just tuned in, they'll think that David's doing an advert for Age Concern. So you have no recollection of buying the mushrooms, Joe?
OK, what's it going to be, truth or lie?
My worry about it is, aren't stage hypnotists... let me put this carefully. Charlatans.
I think there are stage hypnotists who can hypnotise people. I think that's a given.
It's important that some people should think that, or they'd have no audience at all. So, but I'm not convinced that a stage hypnotist could make someone cook a breakfast in a sort of trance.
It's a very good argument, but Joe's just so believable.
Well, what you have to do is separate the plausibility of the people from what they're asserting, because she literally read it off a card. So it's no reflection on her personal integrity, whether it's true or not.
Well, it is, if it's true, she had a one-night stand with a hypnotist.
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't slept with Duncan Wilson? We'll never know. Yeah. Maybe we have and we don't realise.
Yeah, well, exactly. What do you think of it?
I'm actually with Johnny. I believe it.
You believe it?
Oh, you have no grip on your team, do you? This is lovely to see.
It's anarchy.
It's mayhem over there. No. You're like Liz Truss, desperately trying to keep everything together.
What I'm precisely like is Theresa May, who voted against Brexit and then was happy to be the Prime Minister that pushed it through.
That's much better. Yeah, very good. So, Joe, you've convinced them. They think it's true. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was a lie.
I once spent the night in a bush in Basingstoke.
David's team.
Right.
That's a true.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Why were you spending the night in a bush in Basingstoke?
I missed my train.
Where do you live?
Well, at the time, I lived in Kettering in Northamptonshire, Rose of the Shires.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you go to a luxury hotel?
Well, David, at the time I had no money in my wallet at all, and my phone was dead. I had no way of contacting anyone.
That certainly adds up.
Why a bush? Why not a bench or, somewhere warmer than a bush?
Well, is a bench warmer than a bush?
I would say a bush is warmer than a bench.
Is definitely colder than a bush. It's more exposed.
There's an old saying, you're warmer in a bush than on a bench.
So where was the bush? Paint the picture of the local
It was right
area.
in front of the train station. And there was a little, pick-up point for taxis and stuff, and then it went down a little bit to the road, and then right in front of the road stood a load of bushes.
So you didn't look for a long time for a particularly comfy spot?
I'll level with you, David. The amount of time it took me to decide to sleep in the bush was embarrassingly short.
Right. Was it? Now, that does surprise me. It was a quick decision. You've missed your train, and you go, right, that's it, and you immediately, 14 seconds later, you're snoring.
Well, I actually didn't get to sleep. It was scary. I was freezing, actually. Even though the bush... It was a nice, roomy bush.
Can you remember the shape of the leaves?
It was like small little Basingstoke leaves.
Individual leaves?
Yeah.
Variegated?
OK. You have to explain what that word means.
It means there's a sort of white bit on the outside, I think.
I wasn't paying attention to the leaves. I had bigger problems at the time. I wasn't sitting in the bush going, one day I may have to justify this entire experience on what I liked it. I better memorise the leaves and whether they're gentrified or whatever you said.
So, James, you've settled down in the bush and you're lying there, but it's cold.
Oh, I'm sitting there.
Sitting in the bush?
Sitting there, cross-legged and cold. I had a T-shirt on.
How are you going to go to sleep sitting?
I was scared.
What
so
were you
I hadn't really...
scared
Oh, it was Friday night in Basingstoke. There were hoodlums around.
And all you had on was a T-shirt?
And jeans.
And jeans, of course.
Yes.
I still feel like the bench is warmer.
So, did anybody hear you in the bush and come and investigate?
At one point they did. At one point some hoodlums stopped outside the bush. They said, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't beaten someone up in a while. That's how they speak, David. Bullies speak like that to each other. And I was in the bush, and at the time I was wearing a red dress.
What did you say? What?
I was wearing a dress by now.
Why? You said you're in a T-shirt.
Originally I was in a T-shirt, and then I had to put a dress on.
Why did you put a dress on?
Why? It was cold.
Where did you get a dress from?
I had it in a bag.
Why?
I was making a short film, and I had to buy the wardrobe for the cast.
You're in the bush. The hoodlums had moved on. They didn't beat you up.
I tricked them. I put the bag over my head.
You seriously put the bag over your head?
Yeah. Put yourself in my shoes. They're saying they want to beat someone up. If they look down and see me wearing a dress, it'll be like Christmas. So, I put the bag over my head, and now if they look down, they'll think someone's left a bag and a dismembered body in a bush.
People at home, don't put bags on your heads.
No. Let's go back to the temperature of this bush now. You said you went into the dress for warmth, but surely the jeans and the T-shirt were warmer than the dress. There's a lot of ventilation.
I think he said he put the dress on over.
I don't think he took the jeans
Yeah.
and the T-shirt.
It was double.
Yeah, no, but he didn't slip out of the jeans and the T-shirt. Fold them up nicely at the side and then get the dress and put it on and go, oh, I look wonderful. He wasn't doing that.
Oh, right.
By the end of the night, he's wearing the jeans, the T-shirt, the dress, and the bag.
May I just say, it's lucky this didn't happen to Melvin, because if so, he'd have been on a bench wearing a dress and nothing else.
Let's go for a guess. Is he telling the truth? Melvin, what do you think?
I think, looking at James, I can believe that he could put on a dress with a bag over his jeans and T-shirt, but a man that picks a bush over a bench, I can't trust. So on that basis, it's a lie.
Oh.
Faye.
I've got to absolutely say it's true. I'm believing every element, really.
I'm going to go true.
True. Yeah. You're saying true. Right. James, was it true or was it a lie?
It's true.
Possession.
Ah, there's a box under your desk. Would you pop it on the desk? And then, first of all, read out the card that's inside before you show us what the possession is.
This is my cat cam. I put it around my cat's neck for a week to film what I got up to because I believed it was him who kept turning the kitchen tap on.
OK, let's take this item out and pop it on the desk. Right, Lee's team, cat cam.
So you're saying that you thought the cat might be turning the tap on?
Yes.
We know it wasn't John. So you put the cat cam on the cat for how long?
For, well, generally like an hour at a time, but while I was out.
So the cat's clever enough not to be turning this tap on when you're in?
Well, yeah, because I would just see him doing it, and then I would know it was him.
If he could do the tap, were you not worried that he could turn the camera off?
No, because the tap's like one of those ones where that's quite fiddly.
And how do you see the picture? You connect it to a computer?
Yeah, it's
Is there
just got a
USB on there?
USB thing, yeah.
I see, OK.
You attach it to the computer, and how long are you watching? An hour at a time?
Well, you fast-forward it. I'm not sitting watching...
just the highlights. You're doing the highlights?
Yeah.
Go on, the big question is...
Was it the cat?
Not so far, but it's still...
Somebody's turning the taps on when you go out of the house.
It's kind of a work in progress. So
when you come back...
I hope he's not watching, because then...
Don't worry, turn this off. It's perfect. Can I ask you a question? Yes. Why didn't you attach the camera to the tap?
Oh. Thank you.
What's the name of your cat, Sarah?
It's called Chief Brody.
And the personality, is he a scratcher?
He is a scratcher.
On bits of furniture?
Arms. Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Well, that's not so much of a worry. It's the furniture is more the thing, isn't it?
Is it? Thanks.
Can I ask why you're so worried about the cat turning the taps on when you've got something in your house that's attacking you? I wouldn't mind if
But
it
he's
turned
still
the tap on if it's scratching my face.
Well, that's because you're not a cat lover.
No, but I don't like things that scratch.
Well, don't get a cat then.
Am I the weirdo here?
Yeah.
We have a show of hands. Yes.
That's so lovely to hear, because usually it's me.
What colour is your cat, Sarah?
Ginger.
Pink collar, ginger cat.
Would you? It's red. It's not
Would
pink.
you? Pink.
It's red.
Oh, please, it's pink.
It's red. Shut your face.
Red and ginger, devil's finger. That's what they say. Who? Wouldn't they say?
Who says that? No one says that.
They do.
Is that what your mum used
And
to
they're
say?
still saying it.
So what do you think, Lee? Is she telling the truth?
What do we think, Rob?
I'm saying it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. David's saying it's possibly true. Well, I'll lie.
OK, you're saying lie. Sarah, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
I looked after a neighbour's pet for 5 days before I realised it was dead.
David Mitchell and team, what do you think?
OK, what was the species of pet?
His name was Charlie. So initially I thought he was going to be a spaniel at the very least. And then it turned out that he was a stick insect.
Right. But stick insects, I mean, I'm not an expert, David, don't require a huge amount of high maintenance upkeep. What was your role meant to be?
Step 1, greenhouse, eucalyptus, into the cage.
Eucalyptus?
Eucalyptus.
Wasn't a koala bear.
Step 2, water squishy gun. Squish, squish, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you drowned it.
And because I felt that he might be a bit unhappy, I would take him out into the garden for this. And when the wind blew, he had little aerials, and they'd, you know what I mean, just like a stick insect. So I thought he was alive.
Oh, so the wind gave you the impression that it was moving.
I'm alive. I'm dead. Alive. That's how you'd know.
What's the spraying for?
To simulate the monsoon environment.
They come from a part of the world where there's a regular daily 25-second monsoon.
Yeah.
I think if I'd taken him out, then obviously I would have seen that...
Out of what?
The cage.
Right.
Cage.
When we say cage...
He was in a tight... You're supposed to be on my team.
I know that's what they're thinking. So I'm trying to help them on by going, what, you mean that thing that little sticks could get through a cage?
Good question. It's a very tight mesh.
Let's call it a glass cage or a tank.
No, because... Okay. No, they couldn't breathe then.
You don't have a lid on it. You have a... Oh, actually, no, good. I was going to say you have a
will
mesh.
You stop designing hutches for stick insects?
So how did you eventually know that he was dead?
I was putting in the eucalyptus and removing yesterday's eucalyptus, and he was...
Who'd been eating yesterday's eucalyptus?
No, it was... I'd just take it out, and he was like this, OK? And then when I took it out, it brushed past him, and he'd just react like this. And you know...
Yeah. That's a fair description.
So what are you thinking, David? Is that truthful, or has he made it all up?
I don't think it's true, because I think stick insects sort of live in gangs and aren't as he describes them.
Gangs?
What's the collective noun for lots of stick insects?
Trees.
Do you two think it's true? Because I'm very happy to defer.
It has the ring of truth to it.
I would go for... I'll say false.
Susan says lie. Richard?
I say true.
You say true. David?
Well, I think it's a lie, so...
You think it's a lie? You're saying it's a lie. OK, fair enough. David, they think you're telling a lie. Were you telling a lie or were you telling the truth? This is a 100% trustworthy face, and it was telling the absolute truth.
I once survived being lost in a forest by eating a whole tin of cat food.
Lee's team.
Wow. When was this?
1996.
How did you open the tin of cat food?
I smashed it on a rock. I smashed it on a nearby rock, and I had to keep smashing it like I was like early man.
And what did you use to eat it?
My fingers.
Oh. Why did you have cat food?
Well, she'd already eaten the cat.
Let's wind back a bit. Are we in Australia?
Yes.
Which part of Australia are we in?
It was about 7 hours out of Sydney. I was at university and I went to a college where there was this thing where they would do pranks on the freshers, and then a group of older students dumped us in the forest.
This is quite traumatic.
It's like the Hunger Games, isn't it?
But with cat food.
They gave you the cat food?
They gave us cat food.
To survive off?
To survive.
How long before you start eating cat food, then? How long have you been in the forest?
But it was a couple of hours.
You're eating cat food after 2 hours?
I was expecting this to be in at least like days even. There you go, like a couple of days.
Day 4.
That'd be my estimate.
Hour 2, and we give in.
How long were they intending to keep you in this forest?
We had to find a way back. We had to hitchhike back to the city. Well, we tried walking, but Australia's much, much larger than...
Than it is on my map at home.
That's right.
Wow. What do you think, Pam?
I think it's true. Yep, I do.
What about you, Kyle?
No, I don't believe it. No.
Lee?
Yeah, she's got the eyes of a traumatised woman. I'll go with Pam and say it's true.
All right. Sarah, is it true or is it a lie?
That story.
Yes.
It's true.
Whilst test driving a car as a potential present for myself, I crashed it.
Lee's team.
OK, what was the car?
Like a Tesla.
Like a Tesla? Was it a Tesla?
Yes.
Oh, they are like Teslas, aren't they?
What did you crash into?
What would you call it? A gantry? It wasn't like a full crash.
It was a prang.
A prang is exactly
Just a prang.
Oh, OK.
The crash happened in the shopping centre, in the car park, and I'd already completed the test drive, and I quite liked it. And the guy that was with me for the test drive got out of the car. I didn't realise he'd left the back door, the gull wing door, open.
Oh.
And so I drove and took the door off the car.
Oh. How much did you have to pay to, like, redo it?
To redo it? We're all happy with the term redo, are we?
Let me just remind you, Jimmy, he's 15. You're going to look really bad if you slam him.
Christmas.
I'll wear it.
Christmas. I'm only little.
It's only little. It's not for you. What was the question?
How much did you have to pay?
Well, so I took the door off the car. The guy that had been doing the test drive with me, obviously his jaw was on the floor. He was, like, a bit shocked.
That had come off as well, had it? I think it's on a gantry.
So I wound down my window and leaned out and went, I'll take it.
What, in the condition it was in?
No, I'll have a new one, obviously. I'm not an idiot. But I thought I had a moral obligation to buy it. I'd made a mess.
So where was this in the world?
Westfield.
What do you think?
I just don't think Jimmy would ever pay for a car. And also, the idea that Jimmy bought it out of guilt. I'm not sure Jimmy has that emotion.
So, what are we going to say?
What do we think?
I think it's a lie.
Yeah, a lie.
I'll go with my team.
They're going to say it's a lie. Jimmy, was it a lie or was it actually true?
Oh, well, I can tell you it was...
Possession.
Ah, OK. There's a box at the side there. Take the item out and then read the card out.
OK, this is the item.
Oh, right, OK.
These are my Scrabble glasses. They don't have lenses in, but I wear them every time I play because they make me feel cleverer.
OK, let's see. Right, David's team.
So, when did you develop this Scrabble playing technique?
At university, I lived with some people who I didn't know very well, who were very competitive Scrabble players.
Did they wear glasses when Scrabbling?
They had actual glasses that they needed because their eyes weren't good.
You were in a hall of residence? Or
Yes.
And on your little hall of residence, there were how many Scrabble players?
4.
I can't believe that in a block of a hall of residence there were 4 intense university Scrabble players.
David's face. What else is there to do at university?
I wear glasses because, number 1, it makes me look so good. Number 2, I actually don't need to wear them, really. But because it makes me look so good and clever.
Number 2 is very much like number 1, isn't it?
Hang on. So, to be clear here, the glasses are to make you feel more intelligent.
I am more intelligent with them on. I play a better game, I get better scores. That's science.
I've got a Scrabble question. What's a K worth in Scrabble?
It is worth 5.
Yes. What's,
But ask me now.
What's the point bonus you get if you use all 7 letters?
I don't know. It's 50.
Yes! She's got Scrabble knowledge, David.
So, what are you going to say, David?
What do you think?
I'm going to say it's a lie.
Lie?
Sorry, David, I think it's the truth.
I'm going to go true.
You're saying true?
Yeah.
OK, so, Sarah, truth or lie?
I'm going to keep these on while I tell you that it is lie.
The D in my name stands for delicious.
Obviously, why?
Well, it was the late 60s when I was born, 1969. There are a lot of black men my age around that time being given names like Reginald and Winston and Delicious because... Because at that time in America, affirmative action had just started. So black women saw an opportunity for their children to get more jobs. So what they did was, we're going to give him a name that will enable him to be, you know, recognizable yet dignified to potential employers. And
Delicious is dignified.
well, I mean, you have to understand how it's a little different in the black community than it is in your white world. And so, like the name Delicious commands great respect in the ghetto. You probably don't listen to much rap music, do you, Fern? Then there's MC Delicious, Big Papa Delicious,
French Golden.
Where did Reginald come from?
Reginald is a German name. It means mighty or wise power. And delicious means very tasty.
What was your father's name?
My father's name is Homer.
And what was his middle bit?
He didn't have a middle name.
No.
He grew up in the 30s and 40s, and it was very tough times for black people, and he couldn't afford a middle name.
And do you have brothers and sisters?
I do indeed.
And what are their names?
Well, there's Brenda, there's Kathy, there's Oliver, there's Scrumptious.
I don't think people would have thought that calling you delicious would help you get jobs, except as a food. Well, I think, shall we say it's a lie? I think that's what we're heading towards. I think.
Stupid, but it's true.
So you're saying it's a lie?
Yes.
OK, Reg, is it the truth or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
I once had a fight whilst dressed as a Christmas elf.
David's team.
All right.
Where were you playing this elf?
I worked in the grottos in
regularly?
Manchester, Wigan and Bolton. And I did it for several years. But the problem is, every Santa that you have, they've all got their own issues. They're very narcissistic individuals. And if you're stuck on a shift with a Santa who's a bit of a plonker, it's a long day. And this particular day, he kept saying things like, I'm not just a Santa Claus, I'm a family therapist. You know, stuff like that. But, you know, so it was a stressful shift, and he was really irritating. So I'd gone out for a cigarette, and I got in trouble for having a cigarette in my uniform, which annoyed me.
Paint a picture for us of this elf uniform.
Well, it's an elf hat and, you know, an elf suit, really. That's just...
That's not really painting a bit.
All
I could
right.
have said elf hat and elf suit.
All right, well, half of it was red and half of it was green. It's the usual...
All right, have it your way.
How many fags did you smoke?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, you smoke in the day, but you never get enough breaks. And even when I quit smoking for a bit, I'd always go, I'm going out for a ciggy, because you're only allowed a fag break. You're not allowed a break.
Yeah.
What if you just want to stand outside and live a bit longer? That's not allowed. So I kept the uniform on, went for a cigarette, got in loads of trouble. And then another elf was like, oh, we've got to get out of here. Let's get to the pub. We needed this, me and this girl. I was a small elf. You know, 5'3". I looked like an easy target. I got quite a bit of abuse. Christmas elf! And after a bit, it got quite irritating. Anyway, I ended up getting into a rough and tumble with this one woman, and it got very... We're on the floor, rolling around.
What was she dressed as?
She was just herself. She was being...
Well, you can't know that. She could have been a real elf disguised as a normal person. In which case she'd be furious with you. Look how you destroy our reputation. I've been working all year on children's presents. I have one night off. And there you are, smoking and drinking and besmirching the name of elf.
OK, so you're on the floor, you're fighting.
Yeah.
What happens?
Well, I'm hair sensitive.
You're what, sorry?
So that's hair sensitive.
You're hair sensitive. What does that mean?
It's a very soft German person.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Little cracker joke for you there for Christmas.
So I'm quite sensitive on the head, so she got a good grip on the hair. That was it. I was done. That was it.
Gloria, what do you make of this?
I think it's a big fat lie. I don't think she's that kind of girl, really. She's a different kind of girl.
Yeah.
I don't think she's that kind of girl.
I, on the other hand, I think she's that kind of girl.
Are you thinking true? 'Cause I'm feeling true.
I must say I'm feeling true because of all of the facts. There's a lot of detail. Will you join in?
I'll join in, OK.
We'll go true.
Right, you're going true.
We're going to go true, yeah.
So, Sophie, was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
I was gutted when I first saw Rob Brydon's small man in a box routine, as for years I've been entertaining my pals with my own man trapped in my mouth.
Well, first of all, the small man in box is a silly little thing I do that nonetheless shows great talent. and it's this.
Where are you? I don't know where you are. Somebody get me out of here.
Thank you. Now.
OK, can we hear the man trapped?
Well, I'd rather not, because...
You can't do it?
Because what it is like, I never thought about doing it as part of my act or anything like that, but, you know, it's like anything that's really, you know, that you think, oh, that's good. And then you see someone else do it properly and well, and, you know, like Rob. And I thought, I can't do that now, because it's been done... Mine's amateur in...
We'll take an amateur version, won't we? We won't... We'll take any old rubbish.
I'd be embarrassed to do it.
That's why we want you to do it.
BBC.
I think the only way we can really get a grip on this is if you were to give us a little something.
Yeah, you've got to give us a sample.
Just have some water. You know it's like, Rob.
Careful, he'll drown.
Just warming up. just putting him in. The part of the trick.
Oh, you pretend to put him in, do you? Can I just say before you do it, that's a nice detail that you might want to consider.
Anyway, Enough prevaricating.
All right. OK.
I wonder what you're going to do.
Why don't I see if I can coax my little man in a box to have a little chat to the man you've got stuck in your mouth?
Rob Brydon chat-up line.
Here it comes. Ready?
How are you feeling today?
Do you think it's possible that Jason might have been lying in what he's been saying?
I don't know, because he could be better at it than he's making out.
No, I'll be honest with you. That's the best I've ever done it.
Tell you what we'll do. Just one last little try, and just the best it can be for us.
Panicking now. Panicking.
So what do you think, then, Lee?
Warwick.
Well, at first I thought he was lying, but I'm tending to think now that he may well have done this.
Paul?
No, I think it's a lie. I think he's actually practiced as he's been doing it.
You think he's learned that talent in the last 5 minutes?
I think that talent has really come to the fore in the last 5 minutes.
You think it's a lie? Warwick thinks it's true. I think it's true, because he did it well.
I think it's true?
I think it's true, because he did it well.
All right, you're saying true.
Well enough.
OK. So, Jason.
Yeah.
Were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
It was true.
Good start, Warwick.
As an adult, I once accidentally took part in an under-12s swimming gala.
David's team.
What happened? How did you end up in the swimming gala?
Well, I went swimming.
Right. At a public swimming baths on a normal day?
It was a council-run swimming baths, actually. And I went in, and the pool was empty. But what I did notice was that there were people watching, you know, from the gallery.
Right, yes.
At the top, but no one in the pool.
Right.
So I got in the pool. Do you want to know more?
Yes. At the moment, you're just alone in a swimming pool being watched.
And then a gun went off. Like a swimming gala gun. So the gun went off.
Yeah.
And then just at that minute, a group of under-12s jumped in, and I was in the middle of a race.
Hang on. When you arrived in the pool area, right?
Yeah.
You notice the pool is empty.
Yeah.
You notice the gallery of spectators.
Gallery of spectators.
You didn't notice these lurking 12-year-olds.
They weren't there.
Do they normally fire the gun before anyone has entered the room or come near the pool?
Well, they must have been there, but I was distracted by the people in the gallery.
So you put a foot in the water, a gun goes off, some 12-year-olds jump in.
Yeah.
What happens then?
Then we'll swim.
You continued with your swim?
I'd paid my money.
And were the kids good swimmers? Were they overtaking you?
Well, when I reached, did a lap and reached the end, someone said that I had come third.
So what happened then, Lucy? Did you get a medal? I mean, how did it all resolve itself?
I think I could have pushed for a medal. I didn't. Basically, I got out and I was annoyed. I was embarrassed.
So what do you think, Anton? What do you think?
I think it could be a lie. In actual fact, I think it is a lie.
What about you, Desiree?
I mean, I feel very deeply in my bones that it's a lie.
To be honest, I was feeling more credulous. It can be disorientating walking out from the changing rooms into a swimming pool.
It can be disorientating walking out of a changing room to a swimming pool.
I like the fact that you left that really mysterious, sort of... You aborted the anecdote. You went, I once...
Yeah, well,
yes.
To be honest...
Whoa! What did you do, David?
I'll tell you, but to be honest, I was worried I'd told the researchers for this show and it was going to crop up later in the series.
Oh, I see.
I got changed for swimming in a swimming bath, and I didn't know the layout of the place very well, and I just sort of walked out in my trunks and barefoot into some badminton courts.
Wow. 16 years? We're running out of stuff, and you just throw that away.
Yeah. OK, do you still think lie?
Yeah, but go with your gut.
Lie, we're going lie.
OK, they're saying it's a lie. Lucy, was it a lie or was it in fact true?
It was true.
Wow.
When I'm stressed, I often take a water-free bath.
Water-free baths, Lee and his team.
Do you get undressed?
No.
Do you just sit in the bath?
Well, I lie in the bath.
Oh, of course, because you want to get the imaginary water all over your body, don't you? Do you imagine there's water in the bath, or does your mind accept it's not there?
No, you know it's not there. I'm not an idiot.
I know it's not there.
Do you have a hovering duck? How long do you spend in this position?
It depends on how stressed I am. If I'm very stressed, I'll be in there a long time. If I'm only a little bit stressed, I'll pop in and I'll pop out again.
But what's the benefits? I don't see what is stress relieving.
Well, a bath is stress relieving, isn't it? But then it's quite a faff, isn't it? Running the water, taking your clothes off, then you're wet. You can't go out when you're wet, so you've got to dry yourself. Then you've got to put your clothes back on. Well, if you just get in without all that faff, you get all the joy of a bath and none of the fuss.
You're from the north, I bet you've got just an imaginary flannel.
You said that like you're not from the north.
I'm not. If you say that, I've completely converted now.
Have you told your accent?
Are you always alone? Oh, wow.
Sarah, do you mean in life or in the bath?
Whichever one he wants to answer.
You always should be in the bath alone. I think we'll all agree.
John, do you do any, bath-related things when you're in the non-bath, or do you just shut your eyes and lie there?
Sometimes I'll put my dressing gown on over me, or a big towel.
Over your clothes?
Over your clothes. Over me. I'll get
in the
into
bath.
the bath.
Oh, in the bath. Oh, right. Now suddenly got a bit more disturbing.
It's a kind of...
It's stress relief, isn't it? I don't just sit there, in the bath, I don't smoke. But...
You can have an imaginary cigarette if you're having an imaginary bath, it's fine.
So what are you thinking, Lee? Does this smack of the truth?
What do we think, David?
I think it's total nonsense.
Do you?
Yeah. Putting the thing over your head, I think it would add to the stress as opposed to relieving it. I'm going for a lie.
You're going for a lie?
I'm going for a lie.
Going for a lie in his bath, fully clothed.
Actually, come to think, a fart's not going to be half the fun in this non-bath, is it?
So we're going to say lie?
Lie.
My team say lie, so I have to go with them and say lie.
You're all saying it's a lie. OK. Yeah. Jon Richardson, were you just telling us the truth, or were you telling a lie?
It was, sadly, true.
Oh,
no! Once, while trying to impress a date, I landed flat on my back in a flower bed.
David's team.
What were you doing to try and be impressive?
It was actually leaving the date. Oh. I accidentally left from a great height.
When you said that, I thought, being on your back was what you were doing to impress them.
No, I'm not that kind of girl, Laura.
OK.
Laura, everything isn't Love Island.
I'm confused as to where I am.
Laura, you say you're confused about where you are. Just look to your left. You know you're not on Love Island.
Now, tell me, Maisie, where did this happen?
This was in New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Yeah. I got to know a guy out there, and he asked if I wanted to go back and see his record collection. Behave. We got talking about music, and we went back to his house to listen to records, but he tried to play guitar along to the record.
He sounds like an awful human being.
So I decided I'm gonna head off.
Was that the difference between fancying him and not? The fact that
when
he got the
played guitar along to the record.
You would not like to go around to his house.
So I called a taxi and sat I was perched on the window with the window open, and I thought, it's arrived, it's outside, and I went, thanks very much, see you later. And because I thought we were on the ground floor, I thought I'd just swing my legs over the window and run across the lawn.
Which floor were you on, Maisie?
So if the windows...
18th floor. You forgot the 19 minutes going up in a lift. No, see, one floor up.
What? One floor, but I just forgot that. We've been
climbed
chatting
the
for a while.
steps in a state of high arousal and therefore forgotten about them. Is that right?
You should write erotica.
Who's to say I don't? I have many names online.
50 Shirts of Grey. That's what
So I got a text saying your Uber's outside. I said, see you later then, and sort of twirled round, and at that moment I clocked out it was not on the ground floor.
You tell an entire story.
Or she made up a whole story.
What happens once you leave the window ledge and you're in the air?
I just remember landing on the small of my back because I was so winded I couldn't speak, and he appeared out of the window and was like, oh, blimey, why'd you jump out the window?
Now again in a New Zealand accent.
And so then I had to commando crawl across the garden with him watching from above.
Was he still playing the guitar?
And what was the taxi driver doing? He must have seen this.
He didn't do anything. He just wound down the window and was like, just so you know, the meter's running.
All right, David's team, what are you thinking?
The mechanics of the situation doesn't add up for me, so lie.
Laura?
I just don't know why you didn't land on your face. I don't get why you landed on your back. And that's the reason why I think it's a lie.
You see, I think it's true.
Do you?
Interesting.
But if my teammates say it's a lie, we'll go lie.
Maisie, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
That was true.
Well done.
At school, I invented a game called Snorkel Parker Music Practice Room.
There we are. Lee's team, what do you think?
What was the game called again?
It was called Snorkel Parker Music Practice Room.
Right, and can you describe the game to us?
Myself and several friends, we all had snorkel parkers.
What is a snorkel parker for some of the younger viewers?
It's a large hooded coat with a fur-lined collar.
The one that comes out at the front.
Yeah,
and, it's fur
and you can zip it up so that it comes right up, and so that only your eyes are visible.
Can you describe the rules? Imagine we've never met, I've got my snorkel parker. What would happen next?
Well, then you and I, Lee, will go to the music practice room when...
I'm not falling for this again.
And you zip up your snorkel parker, and then you when someone's practising their violin with a violin teacher in the music practice room, you duck down below the window, and then you just come up with your snorkel parker on.
So just imagine you're a historical reenactment society. You've got your members there.
I suppose.
How would you?
I'd have to fully demonstrate it by using my making an ad.
Feel free to ask Richard and David to help you out on this.
Will you help me out with this?
Well, I mean, I you see, this is one of the moments where I don't like having to. All right.
You want to do it?
Yeah, all right. Below our desk. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So if you imagine that this was the music practice room and there was someone in there having a lunchtime violin lesson, you would wait until they were in mid-tutorial. And
right,
then,
I'm picturing it, yeah.
And then together, after three...
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3... That's it, really.
Was the secret to the game the fact that they never knew who you were?
They wouldn't know who you were because there's only your eyes showing. And he'd tell you to go away, so you would all duck down away, and then you'd leave it for a minute.
And then come back
and then you'd just come back up again,
Right.
yeah.
What age were you? Please tell me you weren't one of the teachers.
No, maybe 13, 14.
Right the way through to when you left?
Right through till sixth form, yeah.
You never got told to stop this, or you got...
Yeah, well, they would bang on the window and be really furious with us.
For 5 years, they were banging on the window. They never once thought to come out and say, lads, it's getting really boring.
But you see...
I know you are, Greg, because you're 8'6".
But just out of interest, by show of hands, who would like to play Snorkel Parker music practice room?
I'm quite keen on the game.
I've already played it. I didn't really enjoy it.
It sounds ridiculous. I mean, the last time...
It does sound utterly ridiculous, Greg. It's almost as if you're lying.
Do you think he is lying, Lee? What are you going to say on this one?
Well, I actually believe him. I could just see you doing that for kicks and giggles.
Bob, which way are you leaning with this?
Well, it's got the anticipation, it's got the jeopardy, it's got the lot. What a game!
Greg, something tells me you're going to get a phone call from Waddington's.
If this gets picked up, this is... Just because I've talked about it now, it's mine, right?
It's only yours if you really played it. If it's a lie, then you haven't copyrighted
it. Well, who's it? If it is a lie and I've just read it off this thing, whose idea is it?
Well, the person who wrote the lie.
I'd like to maintain the rights to Balaclava Sports Hall. if anyone's interested.
Right, Lee, it's time to take a guess. What are you going to say?
We're going for truth.
You're saying it's true. OK. Greg, were you telling the truth? Or were you telling the truth?
Well, right, because that would make me utterly pathetic, wouldn't it? Yes, I was telling the truth.
When I was 6 years old, I wrote a will after losing a game of Connect 4 to my dad.
Sounds plausible enough, David.
You wrote a will?
Yes, yes.
What was...
Was it on a proper will form, or did you...
I didn't engage a lawyer, no.
You didn't?
It was just on that stripy paper you get at school.
Oh, the stripy paper,
and
yes.
what possessions did you leave?
Well, all I really had was the Connect 4 set. And I left it to my dad as a deliberate act of spite because he'd beaten me. I mean, he'd beaten me at Connect 4, that is.
Can you remember how you phrased it in this will?
So I think I began it, but, because I've been beaten at Connect 4... there's no point in living anymore.
I hereby leave my only cherished possession.
I maybe had about sort of £10 or something. There were a couple of other things, I think, in the will, but there wasn't much to it.
So what was it about this particular game of Connect 4? Were you used to beating your father at Connect 4?
Well, I don't want to go into details because it brings back unhappy memories, and also people at home might not know the game, but without wanting to be too technical, he connected 4, and I sort of... it was quite a built-up tournament, you see. It was a sort of best of 7 again. My dad called it the Watson Cup. I grew up in quite a competitive family. Yeah. And when I lost, it was just too much to take, really. Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
So you lose at Connect 4, you throw a bit of a tantrum.
Oh. Well, you call it a bit of a tantrum. I lost 4-3 from 3-1 up.
Yeah, but presumably... you storm upstairs to your room.
Yeah.
You take out a fresh sheet of paper.
Yeah.
You write the bitter will.
Yes.
What do you do then?
I thought that my parents would panic, think I was dead, become guilty, and my dad
Why would they think you'd stormed upstairs to your bedroom? Why would they assume you were dead?
Oh, sorry, no, I went downstairs and left it where I knew they would see it, yes.
And then
At the time,
went back upstairs?
They were watching Wogan, so they were distracted.
Oh, right.
I think it was Wogan.
Young Mark Watson there, and he's about to take his own life, don't you know? First, Chris Rea, The Road to Hell.
How's it going?
Uncanny.
How did your mum and dad react?
My dad saw through it pretty quickly. He came up the stairs, knocked on the door. I said yes, and he said, thought not.
All right, David, what do you think?
I believe this.
You believe it?
Yes. Do you believe it?
I believe it too.
I believe it too. He's a very sensitive child. You can tell that even now.
Yeah.
So, David, you basically are saying you think it's true.
We'll say it's true.
We believe him.
Yeah.
Mark Watson, truth or lie?
It was
true. Yes.
Well,